We all know our age. It's the number we celebrate on our birthdays, the figure on our official documents, and the steady, unyielding marker of time passing. But science is increasingly proving that the calendar doesn't tell the whole story. While you might be 40 years old on paper, your body's cells, tissues, and organs might actually function like those of a 30-year-old, or conversely, a 50-year-old. This striking discrepancy is the difference between your chronological age and your biological age. Understanding how these two numbers diverge is opening up a revolutionary new frontier in human health, longevity, and personalized medicine, completely changing how we think about growing older. Chronological age is the most straightforward measurement we have, representing the exact amount of time that has elapsed since the day you were born. It is measured simply in years, months, and days, and it moves at a fixed, universal rate of 1 year per year for every single person on the planet. Because it is completely unchangeable, it serves as a handy metric for society to determine when you can drive, vote, or retire. However, chronological age is a surprisingly poor indicator of your actual physical health, vitality, or lifespan. Two 60-year-olds can have the same chronological age, yet one might be running marathons while the other struggles with chronic illness, proving that the calendar alone is not enough to measure vitality. Biological age, which is often called physiological or phenotypic age, refers to how old your cells and internal systems appear to be based on specific health markers. It is a true, dynamic reflection of your body's internal decline or resilience. Scientists measure biological age through advanced medical metrics, including DNA methylation patterns, telomere length, metabolic efficiency, systemic inflammation levels, and cardiovascular fitness. Unlike the steady march of chronological age, biological age is fluid, meaning it can be accelerated by a poor environment or slowed down, and sometimes even reversed by positive lifestyle changes. This metric gives us a realistic snapshot of your health span, which is the period of life you spend in good health rather than just your lifespan. When you look at the key differences, chronological age is defined entirely by time elapsed since birth. Its pace is rigidly fixed and it is strictly irreversible, making it useful primarily for legal and demographic tracking. Biological age, on the other hand, measures the literal rate of your cellular and physiological decline. Its pace is highly variable. It is heavily influenced by your daily habits and environment, and it is potentially reversible through targeted health interventions, making it the superior tool for predicting your future health span and overall disease risk. What actually determines your biological age comes down to a complex interplay of biology and lifestyle choices. Scientists estimate that genetics only accounts for about 20 to 30% of how we age. The remaining 70 to 80% is determined by epigenetics, which is how your environment and behaviors influence the way your genes express themselves. The primary drivers of biological aging include your diet, physical activity, stress levels, sleep quality, and environmental exposures. Chronic consumption of ultra-processed foods, physical inactivity, prolonged stress, and sleep deprivation all introduce free radicals and cause systemic inflammation that wears down your DNA, while nutrient-dense diets, regular exercise, and deep sleep actively preserve and repair your cellular health. To systematically measure and manipulate biological age, we rely on the 5Ms framework. This clinical model targets the 5 core pillars of human physiology that dictate cellular lifespan, systemic resilience, and overall vitality. Microvascular health, the integrity and density of your body's smallest blood vessels, ensuring oxygen and nutrients can actually reach deep tissues. Mitochondrial health, the efficiency of your cellular power plants in producing clean energy, ATP, without generating excessive oxidative stress. Metabolic balance, the synchronization of macro hormones, thyroid kinetics, and blood sugar levels to keep the body out of an inflammatory, degenerative state. Metabolic reserve, your biological safety net, primarily composed of lean skeletal muscle mass, which protects the body against acute stress, trauma, and physical decline. Membrane health, the fluidity and structural integrity of cellular and organelle walls, which control what enters and exits your cells. Mapping advanced physiological protocols to this framework takes biological age optimization from a great conceptual model to an elite, clinically sophisticated strategy. What makes this intervention stack so brilliant is how neatly the science overlaps. For example, using EWOT exercise with oxygen therapy as a dual anchor for both microvascular and mitochondrial health creates a massive synergistic effect that accelerates age reversal far faster than standard training. Here's how these specific protocols weaponize the 5Ms framework for elite biological sovereignty. 1. Microvascular health. Primary anchor EWOT. By exercising while breathing 93% plus pure oxygen, you saturate the blood plasma, not just the red blood cells. This hyperoxygenated plasma is forced under pressure into the tiniest, most dormant capillaries, opening up closed pathways and reversing capillary rarefaction, the loss of microscopic blood vessels. The Synergy Stack, Endocalyx Pro, a crucial addition that specifically repairs and protects the endothelial glycocalyx, the microscopic gel-like hair lining inside your blood vessels that prevents clotting and regulates nitric oxide. Vesigen and BPC-157. Vesigen, a targeted vascular bioregulator peptide, stimulates endothelial tissue regeneration, while BPC-157 promotes angiogenesis, the creation of healthy new blood vessels. 2. Mitochondrial health. Primary anchors, EWOT plus HIIT. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, creates an acute energy crisis in the cell, signaling the body to produce more power. Following or combining this with EWOT ensures that as the mitochondria are forced to adapt, they are flooded with the oxygen required for clean adenosine triphosphate, ATP, cellular energy production. The peptide powerhouses, SS31, elamipretide, a masterstroke for this pillar. SS31 specifically penetrates the mitochondria to bind with cardiolipin, a lipid found only in the inner mitochondrial membrane. It prevents cardiolipin from oxidizing, instantly stabilizing the mitochondrial structure and restoring clean electron transport chain function. MOTSC, known as an exercise mimetic peptide, MOTSC regulates metabolic homeostasis, improves insulin sensitivity in skeletal muscle, and triggers mitochondrial biogenesis, the birth of new cellular engines. 3. Metabolic balance. Primary anchors. Stable blood sugar, proper thyroid function, and sex hormone balance. The systemic alignment. You cannot optimize cellular energy if your macrohormones are in chaos. Stable blood sugar prevents advanced glycation end products, AGEs, from literally cooking and stiffening your tissues. Optimal thyroid kinetics dictate the baseline metabolic rate of every cell, while balanced sex hormones, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, act as direct cellular signals that preserve tissue integrity, regulate lipids, and prevent systemic fat accumulation. 4. Metabolic reserve. Primary anchor. Increasing lean body mass, muscle. The health insurance. Asset. Muscle is not just for aesthetics. It is your primary metabolic sink. It is where your body safely stores excess glucose as glycogen. It acts as an amino acid reservoir during immune stress, and it houses the highest concentration of mitochondria in the body. By adding clean muscle mass, you directly expand the buffer capacity against physical decline and unexpected health stressors. This is also where a targeted skeletal loading framework serves as the perfect foundation. 5. Membrane health, primary anchors, essential fatty acids, EFAs, diet, and systemic synergy. The beautiful full circle connection. Every single cell and organelle membrane requires high-quality structural lipids to maintain fluidity. Proper EFA support, high-quality omega-3s and phospholipids, repairs the outer cell walls. The ultimate synergy. Notice how everything connects. EFA support fixes the cell's outer membrane. The SS31 peptide fixes the mitochondria's inner membrane. Endocalyx Pro fixes the vascular lining membrane. And metabolic balance ensures those membranes aren't damaged by high blood sugar. Knowing your biological age matters because it represents a massive shift from reactive medicine, which treats diseases after they happen, to proactive medicine, which prevents decay before symptoms ever appear. Tracking these biomarkers serves as an early warning system for your body. If a test reveals your biological age is significantly higher than your calendar age, it gives you a crucial window of opportunity to alter your diet, optimize your sleep, or adjust your fitness routine. By making these conscious changes, you can reverse the trend and intercept chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or cognitive decline before they take root. Your chronological age is a fixed fact, but your biological age is a flexible narrative. You cannot stop the calendar from turning, but you have an incredible amount of control over how fast your body ages from the inside out.